Marriage rituals around the world are filled with traditions that could be traced back to thousands of years ago. While the most common weddings these days include white dresses and cathedral halls, there are some parts of the world where this celebration involves unusual, terrifying, gross, or even crazy practices. Here are 10 strange marriage rituals around the world. Scotland, blackening of the bride. Getting yourself covered with nasty things isn't really something you want to celebrate your wedding. In Scotland, however, relatives and friends of the bride show love and affection by putting the nastiest things you can imagine, including spoiled food, mud, curds, and even dead fish. They say that enduring the blackening of the bride means that you're prepared to handle anything that might happen in your marriage. China, setting marriage dates. The descendants of the Khatan, an ancient ethnic group in China, have an interesting way in finalizing wedding dates. While most people do this through simple arrangements, the Dor sets marriage dates through killing chicks. The bride and the groom should handle a knife together while killing a selected baby chick. If the chick's liver doesn't have a lucky appearance, they should kill another chick. India, marrying a tree. The Manglik women in India are thought to be cursed in Hindu beliefs. They believe that this curse will most likely cause their husbands to die earlier. The only way to remove this curse is for them to undergo a ceremony called Kumbh, where they marry a peepal or banana tree. After the ceremony, the tree is cut to make sure that they don't become widows sooner than they expected. Indonesia, home prison. One of the traditions of the Tidong community in Indonesia involves the groom not being able to see his bride's face until he serenades her. Then comes the portion where the bride isn't allowed to leave her house during the engagement period, and the moment where the groom has to pay a fine if he arrives late in the wedding. The worst thing in this tradition is when the newlywed couple is not allowed to use the bathroom or even leave the house for 3 days. Kyrgyzstan, Kiwazi ala Kachiyu. This is a crazy tradition that's still practiced today. It is where a man kidnaps a woman he wishes to marry by force or use of sly tricks. The man is often accompanied by his friends or relatives as he takes her to his family's home. She is kept in a room until she's convinced to accept the offer by wearing a special scarf for married women. China, tears of joy. The Turha people of China has an interesting take in expressing joy in weddings. They believe that cries in different tones represent complete happiness. This is the reason why wedding preparations of the Turha include crying sessions for 30 days. The bride will have to spend an hour a day crying, and then she's joined by her mother after 10 days. More female relatives follow until all the females of the family are crying daily for an hour. Sweden, wedding kisses. Swedish weddings have changed a lot, but some of their traditions still remain. The bride and the groom still walk the aisle together, and you can still expect lots of speeches during the wedding reception. Their funniest wedding tradition is when people in the reception line up and kiss the bride or groom when either of them leaves the table to use the bathroom. Kenya, spitting on the bride. The Maasai people of southern Kenya have been known to have odd rituals, which is probably because of their rich history. A part of their wedding tradition is where the father of the bride gives his blessing to his daughter by spitting on her head and breasts before leaving the village. Women do not look back as they leave for fear of turning into stone. Congo, no smiling. In this part of Africa, weddings are considered as thoughtful affairs where everything has to be taken seriously. The couple, of course, cannot smile before, during, and even after the wedding ceremony. If someone smiles in a Congolese wedding, it means that that person isn't taking the event seriously. If you're looking for serious wedding photos, in a literal sense, you might want to check out these weddings. France, délicieux toilette la soupe. This is probably the worst wedding tradition ever, where you have to drink out of a freaking toilet. In this wedding tradition in France, the bridal party would collect leftovers of the wedding ceremony, bits of trash, and anything that might seem to be sufficiently gross. They mix everything in a toilet bowl with soup and have the couple drink it. Do you know any other strange or weird marriage rituals from around the world? Please let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.